Hey everyone, we have a great episode for you today. We're going to be having multiple episodes doing tier list rankings of the best fisheries in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and this episode ranking the best fisheries in North Carolina for 2025. And what we're going to do is I'm giving another special Christmas giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 gift cards to Jake's Bait and Tackle. All you got to do in the comment section down below, let me know what your favorite North Carolina fishery is or what we got wrong with the list. I will select the top 3 winners of gift cards next week and I'll announce it on the show. I'm going to announce now the winners from the Little Seneca Black Hills episode naming their favorite fishery is Michael's Holmes Reels and Robert Turner F8H. You guys just won a gift card to Jake's Bait and Tackle. Please email me, fishingthedmv@gmail.com, and I'll get you your gift card by the end of the week. Again, if you guys want a chance to enter a gift card, watch this whole tier list episode on North Carolina and comment down below and let me know what we got wrong and what your favorite fishery is in North Carolina, and you'll have a chance to win one of 3 gift cards to Jake's Bait and Tackle. Enjoy the episode, guys. Ho, ho, ho. You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing this evening? So, this is going to be the tier list extravaganza. I learned my lesson last year. I thought I could break down every body of water in North Carolina to Maryland in 3 hours. That was not correct. So, we're going to break this into chunks. We're going to do North Carolina, and then we're going to take that football and we're going to move it to Maryland and then Virginia. So that'll probably be about 12 hours of content. Who the hell knows? And so please, everyone that's going to be listening to this live and also on the re-upload, we're not going to get everything right. This is just for 2025, not historically. Not that Bugs Island is really good back when the World War II was happening. It doesn't count. It's just how it was in 2025. We're going to rank it. We'd love your opinions. And so because I only know a little bit about the border lakes of Virginia, I thought I'd get in some 2 locals here to help me make a list. I have Jake, Monty, and Logan. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
What's going on?
So, your state has a ton of water. I will say that. I spent about 2 days going through just on a map looking at different lakes. I think there was easily 60 places that we could have put, but I think we settled at like 39. It's crazy how much stuff you guys got to fish.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where they fall because I think a lot of them. I have my opinions about a lot of them. So,
yeah, and this will be. I'll be saying this all the way through this live stream on the live streams. There are 3 categories. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best for each category. First category's course is going to be weight. What it supplied the biggest bags. What place could you actually go out there and catch a bunch of fish? And then to me, this is a big one, is the fun factor. There are some places that they might not catch the biggest bag, but if you tell me I could go there for a long weekend and it's just the fun thing, I want to put that there in there as well. Because again, I think we talked about this before we went recording. Bugs Island, you know, it's a little bit better, but 2 or 3 years ago, there's no way in hell I would drive there just to catch 9 pounds. Like, it was not worth 4 hours of gas when there were places closer by. So it's interesting when you calculate it where everything falls. And I'll because we might be here for God knows how long, we'll get in here. Legendary, A, B, B-C, and dog shit. Last year, I think there were 5 fisheries that were in the dog shit category. I think Bugs was either there or it was like C, I think. And Philpott was dog shit for Virginia. So, yeah. Basically, what I'll do is I'll pull one up and we can get started with it. So, what I will do just to kind of get the juices turning here, let's start with an easy one. Let's go with High Rock. High Rock Reservoir. Who wants to go first?
You said an easy one.
Well, I think this is going to be interesting, especially because you're talking about specifically 2025. Because I feel like there's definitely a couple lakes that are starting to take some heavy turns at the moment, and we're gonna get into those. But for High Rock, I'm going A on this, just strictly based off the weights this year were ridiculous. Me and Logan fished a tournament there, Fishers of Men. Was it March or February?
March.
And there was, 29, 28. I think
we
had 23.
We lost by what, like 8 pounds with 22 or
Yeah, we
something
had
like that.
22
Wow.
and didn't even cut a check. And they just caught 28 this weekend. So, yeah, I'm going A.
So you're gonna go an A. So that'd be a 5 with the weight. Now, what about your fun factor? Was that a place you put as a 5 as well, or is it just a way that you have to catch them that just sucks?
Well, the day you catch 28 pounds would probably be really fun, but the alternative is probably too
Let's
light.
do a soft 3 on that
Yeah,
one.
that's
Soft
pretty good. Yeah, I
All right,
agree.
fine. We'll go 3. And then, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm keeping an Excel spreadsheet. Once I get done with all 3 live streams, I'm going to put out the final score for every single place. Because why not? Why not do that?
No, we're so cooked.
I'm very cooked with this. So let's move this thing up to an A. All right, so we got High Rock as an A. Sweet. All right, let's go with, oh my God. I'm just randomly start picking them. Hyco Lake. Hyco, I believe, guys, for people that don't know, Hyco, warm water generated coal or nuclear, I think it is, correct?
Yes, new coal plant.
Coal. Let's go. Logan, you first. Where would you put this thing?
I don't have. I think I've only been on that lake once or twice, but I have some friends that live really close to there and fish it a lot. It doesn't have the top end weight. It has demonstrated some top end weight at times, but it's probably I put it at B. I think it's a fun lake. You catch like a lot, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. But I think it's like a peak lake, I guess.
So B. All right. Jake.
Yeah, I don't have much experience there, but from what I've heard, I would definitely lean more towards the fun factor. I'd give it that. Give it a maybe probably a B on the fun. I really don't know much about the weights there. I think it used to be. Well, I
I'm
guess
pretty sure it's one of those that like if you hit it right, it's like can be upper 20s, but
Yeah.
most of the time it's like upper teens at most.
That's kind of what the vibe I was getting from at least what I've seen on Facebook results.
Yeah, it's there's tons of quantity in there. There's not necessarily the biggest size compared to others. And then I already had this last year looking at my notes. I had this as a 5 for fun because it is warm powered. It's warm powered. My God, there is warm water discharge. So that and Norman, I mean, there's very few lakes that you can go dead nuts in the wintertime, I think, and still have a good bite. So I think for vacationing or just fun fact, probably it doesn't get as much pressure too as like Norman or High Rock does. So we're gonna go B then. Okay. High Rock is at a B. Let's go. Oh my God, we're going to go with that next. This one is interesting. Let me see if I can pull up a bigger photo of it. I heard this through the kayak vines. This thing is an absolute fishbowl, but it's a really, really cool body of water. Let me pull up the bigger image here. Hold on. I think this is it. There we go. This one is Lake oh my God, Waccamaw.
Waccamaw.
Let's be honest, fishing can be rough on the body. Whether you're casting all day, battling a big fish, paddling to your favorite spot on the water, aches and pains are legit, especially early in the morning. And as the temperatures start dropping this winter, those aches and pains can really flare up. Shoulders, knees, your back, everything seems to kick into high gear once the weather starts getting a little bit colder. That's why I trust Super Blue Stuff Natural Pain Relief Cream. It helps keep me feeling loose, comfortable, and ready to fish all day. That's why I keep a roll-on version with me on every trip. It's compact, fits right in my tackle box, truck, or boat compartment, and when my shoulders start to ache, my knees are starting to scream at me, or my back really starts tightening up, I just roll it on and get right back to fishing. The best part, it works fast, sometimes in as little as 5 minutes. And it's made with all natural ingredients like emu oil, herbs, botanical extracts, no harsh chemicals, no side effects, just relief that actually works. Right now, my friends at Emu Therapy are offering Fishing the DMV viewers and listeners 15% off any roll-on when you use the code BLUEFISH at checkout. That's Bluefish, BLUEFISH. Head over to bluestuff.com/fishingthedmv, link in the episode description down below, or call 866-571-BLUE. That's 866-571-2583. Trust me, your body will thank you. So I guess it's just a natural lake, right?
Yeah, it's one of the I forgot what they call them, but they have a bunch of them in North Carolina, all through South Carolina, where it's basically just crater lakes, more or less.
And I don't think the weights on it aren't that crazy, are they? And they're like 15 pounds, like a pretty good bag.
No, I think this is more like 25. So host live scope and people sinking brush piles. I think it's one of those that it almost fishes like a Florida lake. So you just have dudes that the guys that know, I think, drop like 25. Yeah. And then the guys that don't really suffer. So I've been on it twice, and both times it was pre-live scope, and it was not fun.
Yeah, Lake, I had a guy on Instagram that says you're full of shit. There is 30-pound bags easily there if you know what to do. All right. Well, thank you for the kind words.
See?
I'm sure Bro can catch 30 pounds anywhere he goes.
I'm thinking B- because I think it's going to get pressured easily. It's probably tough to fish.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's one of those where if you're local, well, kind of like he said, right? If you know where to go and where those offshore piles are, then yeah, you're good. But if you don't, it can be really tough.
All right, let's get to our next one here.
And it's kind of one-dimensional to an extent too, which kind of suffers in my eyes.
Why?
Well, any place that's shaped like that can't be very fun to fish. Like, why would you want to fish in a bathtub?
Jake's trying to pick a fight with this guy.
Dude, there's a lot more to get through here. You're gonna have plenty of fights. Let's see. Let me go with. All right, this one's pretty cool. I actually think this one would be a fun place to go to. All right, we got Mountain Island Lake, really in Appalachia. I honestly, until I did this stream, I didn't even know this damn place existed, and it's massive.
No, it's not. It's little.
Really? It looks big on a map.
Yeah. It's like what, 6 miles or something like that.
It looks bigger on that map. I will say it looks bigger than it is. When you're actually on it, though, I mean, I've been on it in a John boat days, and you can go from the dam to the bottom end in like 10 minutes.
So it is 3,002. Okay, so it's 3,281 acres. Okay, so yeah, that is a little bit more on the tiny side. All right.
Well, and it's right below. It's the lake below Norman as well, so it feels small too because you're looking at Norman above it. But yeah, this is easy C tier, and if I didn't have friends that really loved it, I'd call it dog shit. But that's just me.
Yeah, I agree. There can be a fun factor on this place. It's as far as just getting bit. There's a lot of little spotted bass. Not saying there's no big largemouth. Nobody get angry. There's a couple of them in there. But I would give it. I would give it a B on a fun factor. If you're taking a family fishing or something, you can get bit.
B on a fun
Just drive like 10 feet more and go to Norman. Like don't go there. It's not worth it.
As far as weights though, they don't even have any tournaments. There's like a couple of night tournaments are all, but it's kind of hard to keep up with the weights on that place.
So it sounds like we're going B- or C.
C. Yeah, let's go C.
Let's go C. Okay. Oh my goodness, we don't have a dog shit one yet. Interesting. All right, but that's going to change.
Dude, that one's running the line, man.
Okay, so what is your hatred of this lake?
It's just not fun. Like it's like a little Norman that's just not that good. Like, yeah, you will catch a random big one, but the spots are really small. Like you'll catch, a 3-pounder, a really good spot. I mean, I think there's been like 2 8s called out there in the last 2 years or something. And both times the guy weighed in like 15.
Yeah, interesting.
And that's nothing against the dude because like that's super impressive, but it's just not that fun. Like it's kind of one-dimensional. It's not one-dimensional, but it's just not a very fun place to go, I don't think. Like you got Wylie right below it, Norman above it. Come on.
Does it get as much pressure as the other two?
There's a couple. It's one of those lakes that the local guys that fish it every single day. Like you pull up to the ramp and there's like the same 5 or 6 boats that drop in every day and hit the same stuff. But other than that, Like I said, I mean, is there even a Saturday tournament on that place? Like, I don't
It's
even
pretty
know.
rare. I mean, it's if Lewis puts one on, basically.
Like, that's about it. It's pretty. I mean, in that aspect, it's pretty quiet for a reason, though. It's not. There's not really much reason to go.
And it's like right on the edge of Charlotte too. And there's a good chance your windows are broken out when you come back to the boat ramp. So, like all that to get, like you're talking me into dropping it down a tier, really.
I was gonna say,
We'll make that a tier next year for just home invasion. Like, is your stuff safe? Oh my goodness! All right, so
It's a good party lake in the summer. That's about what it's got.
it's crazy. I feel like a lot of these lakes are going to end up being like cookie cutters with the spotted bass situation that you guys have there.
yeah.
So let's go. I'm just going to randomly click on one. Let's go. I don't even know how to say this one. All right, the next one is I think it's Belews Lake.
Belews.
All right. So what is this place like? How big is it?
Medium size, I'd say. It spreads out just because it's got so many fingers, and it gets really deep, but it's also suffers from like a couple big largemouth and a lot of really tiny spots. It's it can be good if you really just love live scope, it can be good, but I mean they kind of just float around a lot.
I was gonna say the weights there though have jumped.
They have.
Obviously with scope, like 18 to 20 is not abnormal anymore. It used to be like 11, like it was a low weight place. It kind of sucked. It's super clear. But with scope, now they're catching like 18 to 20 out there. It's pretty good now.
Yeah, it's almost 4,000 acres too, 3,800. So it's a little bit bigger than the last one. So
it does sprawl too, so it spreads out good.
I'd probably go B. Probably go B minus.
Yeah, do B minus.
Okay, there we go, guys. Belews Lake, B minus.
And remember, my experience on that place was a tournament that took 7 pounds to win. So,
oh God, have you only fished one tournament there?
One tournament. Now,
granted,
yeah, it should have been better. Like it was just one of those freak conditions. Like it should have taken probably 15, but whatever.
That was in college.
That was way pre-scope. Like it was, it was honestly in like a downturn too.
And all right, guys, here's one that's gotten some media attention the past couple of years. Falls Lake. All right, so is it now in the dog shit category? Is it no longer what it used to be when the PPT went there?
No. Especially your name's Mike Corbishley.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think this is probably like A tier, honestly.
Yeah, you got to give it an A.
Okay, so are we talking about weight, quantity, fun, all of it?
Weight probably is legendary except for maybe like I put A for weight, except because there's like 3 months there where the big weights don't really show up. But other than that, I mean, if you come in with 25, you probably don't win most tournaments. So
good Lord.
Yeah, like it's the place or one of the places.
How pressured does that place get?
It gets fished pretty hard. I mean, the Raleigh Lakes itself don't get pressured as much as some of the other places on the list, but it gets fished pretty good.
Now we've almost tripled in size, so it's 12,000 acres. That's actually pretty remarkable. That thing is so big for that city right there. So, but okay,
it's kind of cool too because the bottom half of Falls is like really deep and clear. It's kind of reverse of a lot of lakes, and then the top half is flat and kind of dirtier, and fish is a little more shallow. So, kind of based on if I really just don't want to turn a live scope on, you can go up or vice versa. Kind of cool.
Yeah, that place is really diverse. I mean, like Logan said, there's a couple months out of the year. Well, I guess about half the year where if you don't want to scope, I mean, you can still catch 25 in the water willow or flipping bushes in spring, or not even just if the water's high enough. And then summertime and fall, winter, those dudes catch them scoping, so you can do just about anything, catch big ones.
So now it can't be historical. It's got to be like this past year. can't be.
Yeah, no, they
Okay.
smacked them.
I was about to say, I think this January, my friend went and had, I think he said it was like 42 over 4 pounds in one day.
Oh, wow.
They definitely had a couple 29s and this year weighed in too.
Oh, they had like a 30, I think there's like a 32, 33 weighed in at one point during in July.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was ridiculous. They always do that. Those Raleigh lakes, it's like even late summer, they'll just have a weekend or two in a row where they just go ridiculous.
Yeah, the only reason it doesn't get legendary is just because there's a couple months where it kind of gets tough. And then it's also one of those where, like, if you're in a tournament, the top 5 guys will absolutely stroke them, and then the bottom, 50 won't catch a bass.
That's important to me because I don't think it counts. You can't say a fishery is legendary when it's the top 3 catch 30 pounds and everyone else catches a check with 10. Like the Chesapeake Bay was like that for a couple of years. It's not anymore, but it's great. They caught more weight than Potomac, but if you caught 3 fish, you cashed a check. That's kind of lame. It's very much a home field advantage. So, but we got high rock. What?
The problem is though, is if you're on a body of water where you put the weight at legendary, how many of them realistically, how many lakes realistically can you catch 30, 35 pounds, but also you're catching a ton of numbers? I feel like it's
true.
It's
well,
it's kind of one or the other. If you're catching a bunch, usually they're kind of smaller, but if you're on a 30-pound lake, you're probably not getting many bites.
Yeah, and this is not applicable for our area, but I think it's some Texas lakes are kind of like that, where you can catch 30, but then catch 5s. And I think
I'm fine with. I'll do that. I'll take that.
Yeah. And it's kind of an interesting thing when we had a huge argument about the Potomac last year, where it's the weights weren't extremely high, but if you didn't catch 14, 15 pounds, you were dead last. It's crazy how every fish in there's it's almost like Lake Champlain, where every fish is an ounce, which there is kind of a fun, plus you can frog fish and all that crap, which is I personally would have rather do that than ping a minnow in the summertime. So yeah, but high.
Or I was going to say, just as kind of, you mentioned Texas there, now that I've been to East Texas and fished those lakes, if we had grass in Falls and Jordan, it would be very similar because, and that's the thing holding back, I think, because those lakes are even when you're just in East Texas, it feels like Eastern North Carolina. It's kind of flat, nothing but pine trees. The lakes set up like mini Texas lakes. They're very similar.
Huh. Dude, if Bugs Island or Gaston, all those lakes too, if they had good hydrola in it, it would just be insane, the largemouth bite. What was I going to do? Okay, so we get going here. And then, guys, I just turned on the comment section. Please be careful with all the swearing and all that stuff. But, yeah, chime on in here. Best questions of the night are going to win gift cards to Jake's Bait and Tackle. I got a couple to give away, so chime on in the comment section. We'll go. We have High Rock and Falls as A-level lakes this year. Hyco's B. We got Lake Waccamaw. And then Belews Lake, whoever named these should be shot. And then Mountain Island Lake. It's going to get way worse as the night goes on. Thank God I'm not drinking. So next one we're going to have up. Let us just pull out. Let's go Lake Fonda. Do we have a dog shit category lake? Where would we put?
Lake what?
Fonta. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Lake Fonta.
Fontana.
Yeah, Fontana. You got it. Yeah, whatever. The big ass lake in Appalachia.
Mm-hmm. I think this is another one I haven't been on very much, but it is really cool. It's kind of almost like how the California lakes, you can see 300 foot up where the old water line used to be. That's kind of how this place can be, and it's got all 3 species. I don't think the weights are very high, but everything I've heard, it's a very fun place to fish.
Let's see. All right, and this lake is over 11,000 acres. All right, interesting.
Dang.
That's a lot bigger. 238 miles of shoreline. It does look very snaky. Interesting.
No, it's way up in the mountains.
Okay.
I mean, that's probably, if it wasn't so remote, I'd actually put it a little higher, but it's just kind of it's cool to vacation to, I'd say, but it's not one that there's not many tournaments on it because there's not that many people up there.
Yeah, I haven't even hardly heard about that place, honestly. I knew it existed, but I've never heard anything from it.
Which honestly probably means it would be fun to dip away and just take it out. So Typically, winning weights there typically range from 17 pounds to 25 pounds. There's no way it took 25 pounds to win
That's
there.
cap.
That's got to be China. Let's see.
I've definitely seen like some 15 to 20s out there, like right under 20s, kind of where I feel like that place tops out for the most part.
So, is this above or at the same level as Mountain Island Lake? That's the key. Now, I know you have a hatred there because it touched you. So, would you put this as a C or would you put this as a B minus?
It's probably B minus just because it's cool. Like it's mountainy.
All right. Let's go.
It's definitely better than Mountain Island.
I'm starting to feel
we might have to move Mountain Island down.
Mountain Island might need to be bumped down one.
You're gonna be crazy to watch this list adjust. Okay, let's go with this one here. All right, Kerr, Bugs Island, depending on what side of the border you're on. I personally, for Virginia lakes, I think it's gonna be a lot lower. For North Carolina, I would say like B or B minus, honestly.
I was gonna say B.
I was thinking B.
All right, and my reason is it's still really top end heavy to where, yes, I will keep getting in my comment section and email saying I once caught 25 pounds of largemouth and it was a full moon and Vietnam just ended. It's still kind of hit or miss. The weights are improving. I 100% agree with that, but it's still the bottom end of it. You could still catch 10 pounds and cash a check, which, again, if you're going to commute, it just feels like a waste.
The college tournament there was the one that really opened my eyes because those guys are insane. Like, they're so good with the live scope, and they showed what that place had in it, and it was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
But that was just one tournament, though. Like, again, if the weights continue to be better next year too, I will tip my hat down and be like, cool, this is on the resurgence. But I don't know.
It was one tournament, and I got a very good look at the weights because I was there, and had 15 and 14, and came in like almost 60th place, which for there you catch 15 and 14 in the 2-day, and you'd think you'd be.
I thought you were like 30th or something.
Pretty sure it was like 50 something. I might be wrong. But anyways, seeing how many 16-pound bags were in that tournament, and that's a 200 plus boat field. Yeah, it was one tournament, but just the amount of them caught in those 2 days just shows what's truly in there. And
I think Bug suffers a little bit from, I don't know how to say it nicely, but like, I feel like if you really understand like scope like those guys do, I know that's a one-dimensional concept, but like those guys show up and I think they're putting up that kind of weight almost every time they show up.
And this is going to get me killed, but I think it's a one-dimensional lake for the most part. I think if you
just turned into one.
Yeah, because if you didn't have scope, would we be talking about how much better this place is now? God, no.
No, the weights, it'd still be 9-10 pounds to check.
Yeah. And every region.
It's really conditional too, because, and that's why, your guys that aren't scoping, they go down there and catch them one day. Oh, this is fun. And then go back and have 10 pounds when the wind's not blowing and the sun's high.
So it sounds like do you want to move it up to A tier or move it down to B minus?
No.
Leave it at B.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with, here we go. Guys, I know I'll get killed with this. I got 2 or 3 rivers on there. I'm not going with all the rivers because we'd be here forever. So I did separate this thing out. We got the Chowan River that's going to be separated out from all the other tidal fisheries. A, legendary. B.
I mean, it's got to be at least A tier.
Yeah.
Like, just from the perspective of it's a super cool place. Like, it's huge. It's remote. It's a ton of different ways to catch them. Like, 15 different rivers coming into the Pamlico there. I think it's Pamlico. And
as far as commuting goes, I have a soft spot for tidal fisheries.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if you're going to go take a trip, going to a place like the Chowan would definitely be worth the drive.
So would you consider it legendary with how it fished this year with the Bassmasters going there and everything? Or do you think it would just be a little bit lower at A?
I'd keep it at A just because actually it kind of had a down year. Aside from the Bassmaster weights, like the local weights were down this year a little bit.
All right. Now let's go. Here we go. We got this weird ass name thing. We have Graham Mebane, whatever the hell it's called.
Jake, how are you?
Well, it's I guess it's kind of interesting because my info here is secondhand info from it's what surrounds the Raleigh area. I happen to know a person or two that fishes this little itty bitty lake, maybe catches 30 pounds on chatterbait in it. The local tournaments regularly take 25 plus, and it's tiny. Like you could pretty much just use your trolling motor in it. So I'm gonna give it a B.
That's a good thing that we have not brought up yet. Is this have motor restrictions?
No, you can run your motor. I just don't think you could be on pad for more than 5 minutes probably without running into the bank somewhere.
For kayak guys, it's a big lake around for the local kayak guys.
Interesting. All right. So where would you put that bad boy?
I'm putting him at B just because he's kind of weird.
All right. Just because it's
I also think there's days where like clubs show up there and yeah, they catch 30, but then there's days where they like don't catch anything.
Yeah, catch nothing. So
next up.
Sounds like Raleigh to me. I think
yeah, it's every Raleigh lake.
Harris Lake.
Ugh.
I mean, that's at best C tier for me.
I
I'd be tempted to go lower.
I'm going dog shit.
Really? Okay. Look at this. I did not expect
so bad this. Now. It's so bad.
What happened?
They killed the hydrilla.
Grass. Gone.
It's like 10 years post hydrilla and it is not recovered. Like, yeah, whenever they get up on the bed, like MLF came, they were on the beds and they call them decent the last time. But compared to the other two in Raleigh, it's bad. Numbers wise, sometimes you just don't catch anything. Like, it's just not, I don't think it's a good crappy lake.
Isn't it?
I see that comment on YouTube.
I may be wrong, but isn't it taking a slight turn this year? I feel like I saw a couple more posts and info about dudes maybe catching a bass or two this year.
Dude, they used to catch 50 pounds out of there.
No, I know. It's still dog shit, but from how bad it has been, I feel like I saw a little bit more on it. But
so the other thing that might actually help it a little bit, this guy in the comments might actually be able to clarify this because I don't know. But they used to have a terrible slot limit on it. Like, it was 16 to 20 inches, which is almost every bass in the lake. But I think they might have removed that. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, what is the thought process there?
I think everybody got pissed off throwing back 16 to 20-inch fish. So, I mean, I caught one there one time. It was like an 8 that you couldn't put in the live well.
Interesting. So, dog shit it is. Interesting. So, we're saying Harris Lake is worse than Mountain Island Lake.
That's crazy. Yeah, we got to put Mountain Island.
I think we got to bump Mountain Island down. Sorry, Lewis.
All right, we will, guys. Let's get through a couple more, and then we can restructure because this thing will get rejiggered. Let's go with. Oh God. Here, Wheeler.
I got a soft spot for Wheeler.
Yeah, that's Logan's spot.
I'm gonna say B-, but it's another one of those. It's kind of Grand Mebane where it's like one of the biggest bags I've ever had in my life came out there, and 10-pounders are not uncommon, but it's tiny. It's got a ramp fee. If the wind doesn't blow, you just don't catch anything. Like it's full of crappie, which is cool, I guess. But I don't know. It's a typical Raleigh lake, and it's just tiny. So I think that's probably B-. But it can be, day to day could be legendary, but that's about all you get out of it.
Jake, where are you at with it?
I've never been. It's like a little puddle in Raleigh. I've never put the boat in.
I can't believe they let you run your motor on it. Like, it's mainly for the university to bring their rowing team over to.
Literally.
I feel that. We have a couple lakes up here where the rowing team is basically on the lake, and they are just kamikazes. They do not look at all where they're going. All right, so let's see. Let's pick another bad boy here. I'll pull out my little trusty book here. Let us go with Jordan Lake. We're going to say
Jake.
Well. I mean, just for the sake of everything I can picture on this list, in order to utilize the full scale we've been giving, at least something has to be at the top, and I'm going to put Jordan Lake at legendary.
Really? For 2025? Okay.
Yep. That's
I've got a mega soft spot for Jordan. We might adjust that later, but I love that place.
That's my favorite lake, and it's 2.5 hours away. So,
make your case.
It's got a bunch of different ways to catch them. You can catch them on at least 5 or 6 different patterns within a day. I'm not saying you're going to, but there's a bunch of different ways you can target them, and they're really big. I mean, and there are ways to catch just keepers too, though. It's not like some of those where you just don't catch anything.
I was going to say, as far as the legendary argument goes, earlier I made the claim that if you're on a 30-pound lake, you can catch that 30 pounds, but still it can be a grind. You get 5 bites, and at the end of the day, you're tired, and it wasn't really that fun, but you had 30 pounds. Jordan Lake, you can have 25, and me and Logan have had days where we've had, 28, 29, but we caught 15 keepers, and we're throwing back 4-pounders, and there's not many places you can do that. So, and there's a select few days that you can go out there and you can catch. I mean, you're going to have 12, 15 pounds, but you might catch 15 to 20 bass. Like there's good numbers in there too. So that's all around my favorite.
I think post scope too, it's a little different because it was one of those where like November to February, you would just go crappie fish because you don't catch a bass unless it's accidental, unless you're Bo Adams who catches every giant bass in the lake. But now that Live Scope's out, I mean, you can go there in January and catch fish. Big ones, really big ones.
Harris was great in the 90s. BP 950. BP 9 number 14. Are you giving me your cell phone number? What, friends?
9 pound 14 ounces.
Oh, 9 pound 14 ounces. Okay, God. Other friends 7. Oh, damn. 40-yard stress. But again, that's back in the 90s. But if it's back, it's back. So, but we're saying that Jordan Lake is better than the Chowan, which is to me is kind of crazy right now. But yeah, I mean, Chowan just had.
The weights are though. That's what I'm getting at. Is it had and Jordan I thought was going to have a down year, but then like I guess April time frame, it just started putting out like 28s left and right.
And they went through the June. They had the June stretch this year. They always have a June stretch there. The cat trail takes 33.
Didn't that Kieran Breckman, the high schooler, he rolled up to like a cat trail, no practice, and dropped like 30, I think, in like October.
Yeah, that place. Man, that's a good lake.
All righty. So let's see if we're going to have any more legendary and any other lakes that are worse than Mountain Island. We got Lake Wylie, North Carolina, South Carolina border.
Ooh, that's a swing lake. I'd say that's a swing lake this year. It's
major upswing.
I'm gonna go B plus. B plus on it. And
is B plus an option?
Or we'll just, I guess, just B. Not
B minus A, yeah.
Maybe B. But it's been fishing really good this year. But the only reason I'm not going A is because even though it's been really good this year, the numbers are great. But as far as weight goes, it's still not as high as like High Rock or Jordan and stuff. Like 22 that's really good there.
See, I was going to put it at A actually this year because of that. Because like, yeah, it doesn't have 25 potential. I mean, yes, you could, but it has like down the list. Your weights are pretty solid, like down the leaderboard normally.
All right.
Whereas High Rock, it drops off pretty quick.
Yeah.
You're gonna have more fun on Wylie than High Rock.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think that's a good tiebreaker. So if you had to pick, you think this one, there's more of a fun factor. You'd rather go there and spend a day than High Rock, basically. So I think that can move it up to like A category.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, day in, day out, I'd say Wylie, but then like obviously if the right conditions, High Rock. So that's pretty close together.
All right, move this up here to the old A. And I know, guys, I saw somebody on Instagram. Yeah, the fun factor breaks it down because if you're fishing a BFL or Bassmaster schedule, you're going to go places where you can catch them, but it's not a place you'd go back to. So that's always going to be the tiebreaker. Is like, is it a place you'd actually want to like? Yeah, let's just go there for a weekend and ball out. So,
Wylie's fishing so good that I, living an hour from it, basically never fished it until this year. So,
wow. All right, here we go. Here's a little dark horse. Roanoke Rapids. Third lake on the chain on the Roanoke River. Right there. Bugs. It goes Bugs, Gaston, and then Roanoke. Smaller lake. I think it took 28 pounds
I
to
was
win a
about to
tournament.
say that's like that's got to be A tier. It was nothing else just because it has grass.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the only places you can grass fish in North Carolina.
We got a lot more A tier than I thought we would, honestly, or already fleshing out. So we got the High Rock.
Yeah, we're being way too nice.
You say that, but then you have this poor bastard at sea.
He's getting demoted too. He's not staying there long.
If we had a way to drag him down, he'd be right where he belongs.
I would say Roanoke Rapids, the thing is there's not a lot of major tournaments on that, so I don't know if that would knock it down or not.
Yeah, because I've been there. I haven't been to Roanoke this year. I went last year, the year before, but I didn't go to Rapids this year. I don't really know because there's hardly any info on it.
Yeah, don't they have like a cat trail there, like specifically for that lake? I think.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Roanoke.
The only thing I don't like with that place is, and this is probably the only thing that would knock it down for me, is there's no map.
Mm-mm.
And that's terrifying because it does have obstructions.
Run your boat at your own risk.
Yeah. Super great kayak place.
All right, guys. I am on the CAT website. It doesn't look like they have any info on tournament weights this past year. Looks like 2024 was the last time. Fantastic. Great website. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say they didn't have a tournament, though, because sometimes that website's not updated.
Yeah, because it says CAT hasn't had a single tournament in 2025. So,
yeah, there you go.
All right, yeah. You guys email me if I completely screwed up on that with tournament weights, but because I cannot find tournament weights, we're going to put that thing there. We're going to drop it down to B. All right, let's go. I have never heard of this. I'm going to try to. We got Lake Adger. Lake Adger.
I don't know what that is either.
I've never heard of it.
All right, so
that means one of two things. It is either that place is like that place should be legendary or absolute dog shit.
80 horsepower limit, kayaks, canoes, no jet skis or water skiing. It's in the mountains.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably throw like a trout bait in there and either catch a donk or you're just going to be catching little ones. So yeah, I put this down. I can't do dog shit because I don't know anything about. Yeah, I'd say like a C, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So okay,
I'm trying to find anything.
Is this lake that you don't know better, the same, or worse as Mountain Island?
I don't know. I feel bad giving him a ranking. Even just that aerial shot right there, he looked like he had potential. Did you see the ditch running behind that?
All right, let's pull that one out then, and let's go with Lake Norman.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, it's been fishing really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Even though it's in the backyard and I really don't like it, but
it's really good, even though I hate it.
I mean, I think it's got to be. I don't think I can put it any higher than B though, just because there's like 3 months of misery out there, or 5 months of absolute misery because of boat traffic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I give it a B.
What are the weights this year?
Well, last
Shoot.
weekend took
16 pounds?
20. There was 20 last weekend, 19, 18.
I was about to say pretty much except for the late October to early December, which I think is about 15 pounds. It's taken above 18 almost all the other times.
Shoot, don't forget about the regional.
Oh my God, yeah.
The fall regional this year was ridiculous. What did Carson have? 8? Did somebody
He
have
had 14 and 18 back to back, like in freaking October.
Yeah, the place is fishing. It's fishing really good. It probably deserves an A, but
I just don't think I can give it to it.
Too much boat traffic.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's nice now we got a good list. We know what a sea lake is, probably a dog shit lake with Mountain Island, and then we got Jordan is legendary. A is High Rock Falls, Chowan, Lake Wylie. So, do you think Lake Norman is at the same tier as High Rock and Falls this year, or do you think it's right there and B is where it should be?
It's probably where it should be.
Yeah, because it's never gonna get the weight. Like even though it's fishing really good and the weights are good for here, I mean you're never gonna see 28 or
Yeah, it makes up for it in bites but it doesn't have. It's got a ton of diversity, but like ways to win, it really doesn't. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like you can catch a fish however you want to, but if you're going to win at a given time of year, you kind of know what you have to be doing.
All right. Well, then we're going to go. We got another river here. This is the Roanoke River proper. That's below Roanoke Rapids.
Dude, it's had a super down year for whatever reason because it was awesome for I don't know if it just got a ton of pressure or what, but it's had a mega down year. With that said, it's still really cool. So, I mean, it's probably a B or a B minus for me. But, like, my buddy fishes Chowan and Roanoke and all those all the time. And he said basically he doesn't even go to the Roanoke anymore for the last, 2 years.
Would you then, because if it's down like that, so if it was good, would you have it at B level? If it was
it'd probably be A level if it was good. Because, it was putting out, high 20s and just a ton of bites for, 10 years.
Well, if it's down, I'm thinking B minus then.
I'm thinking B minus.
Because, you're right. If you're going to pick, would you go to the Roanoke River or just go a little bit farther to Albemarle Sound, the Chowan, or something like that? You're probably going to pick that over it, right? Because it's down.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
So. Now, there's an old YouTube video. I think it's Slab Dynasty. And they took a guide trip with Scooter Lilly, who's, the best guy down there. And it was 28 pounds all on a frog in log jams. It was the coolest thing ever.
That's so wild, man. Did those tidal fisheries always were always that good, or is it just there's a stocking program that happened or something like that just popped them off to these ungodly weights?
Well, I was just trying to be careful and not sound like an idiot, but because you're really familiar with James, right?
Yeah, the F1 and the Florida strain stocking.
And obviously I know how it is now because I've fished it a decent amount of times and a good amount of tournaments there in the last 5 years. But prior to the F1s, wasn't it not that good, right?
No.
15 pounds was a good weight.
Yeah, it really was the Florida strain that put it to where I think 2016 was the last year that the Florida F1 strain was stocked, and so I think it was 2 years after that's when you saw almost 30-pound bags and
and that place exploded, and now it is so good. But did they do that to the other ones though? I don't think they did.
I think they've done some genetic testing, and there's some Florida genetics in them, but I don't think they did any stocking or anything. I think it was just they were untapped, but I know the Edenton area east has been wiped out by a major hurricane, like a clockwork for the last 30 years, and we've had 10 years of no major hurricane with saltwater intrusion. I think that's the biggest thing, or 20 years, I guess.
Well, I do know Back Bay was stocked with Florida strain back in the 90s, early 2000s, because that got wiped out with a hurricane that hit right there, that sand dune that comes down to the Back Bay. But I don't know how many of those fish though got pulled. I don't even think anyone really had a good pattern when Bassmaster went there, going all the way up to Back Bay. So 'cause that's a hell of a run to try to do 4 days straight.
It's a crazy run. The weights there were really cool though, because they put it in Elizabeth City, and the guys. It was funny because me and you talked at the expo last year, or I guess this year, talking about that, and it was like it could either be 70 pounds or 100 pounds, and it was kind of both, right? Because second was 45 pounds back, but first was 120 or whatever, right?
It's preposterously stupid. Which I don't know if that shows that place out or not, where it's like one guy was basically fishing a different body of water. It felt like it was just the striation there was crazy.
Well, he really was, because like I said, my college partner, he still lives and fishes down there. And he said, there's like one or two guys that run to that river, the Pasquotank, but most of the guys, they run to the Alligator, or they stay in the Chowan or whatever, right? Middle River. But he kind of was fishing where not that many people really tournament fish, because all your tournaments are out of Edenton. So you're talking about an hour and a half run on a calm day.
Interesting. Well, then, so that gets us, since we're talking about that, let me pull it up here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right, guys. Albemarle Sound.
Hang on. Let me double check which one the Albemarle is.
I've never been.
That is the thing that feeds into the Chowan, and also you can go into Back Bay.
I mean, if that's counting,
a place you catch more saltwater fish.
If that's counting all the rivers basically east of the Chowan, it's probably A tier.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Is like, did you? And I had both here, so we could talk about it. Did you want to break it up as a Chowan and all the rivers separately, or just because if you're fishing a tournament, it's pretty much going to be Albemarle Sound that you have access to? Would you want to?
That's what I was about to say. Is like when they say Chowan, they launch in Edenton and they just go wherever, right? So. I mean, you could almost just put Albemarle Sound as A and take out Chowan if you want to.
All right. Let's just do that then.
The only bad thing about that place is the wind.
Yeah.
Boom. All righty. Now let's go to a weird ass name one. We got Lake Hiwassee, something like that.
Hiwassee.
Hiwassee. There we go. I did not know about this until today.
Minimal knowledge, but probably B- or B. It's got really big smallmouth in it. But that's about all I know.
Let's see. Lake High.
I did vacation there one time, and it was a terrible vacation, but it was a really cool lake. It's just another one of those windy mountain, super deep lakes.
Oh, 6,000 acres. God damn, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Wow. Okay.
It's kind of like if anybody watched the college fish off there at Watauga Lake, it's kind of similar to that. There's some really, really big largemouth in it. And pretty good smallies. I think pre-scope, it was probably a really, main guys that caught them there, pre-scope, just like drift shiners over points. But now I'm sure they catch them pretty good there.
Do you think this is a lake that you could catch a state record smallmouth in?
Isn't North Carolina state record like 9 or 10 pounds? That's like freaking huge.
Let me see. State North Carolina.
Where did that come from?
10 pounds from Hiwassee.
Oh,
let's go.
In like 1922 or something.
Oh, okay. Well,
holy crap.
1951.
That's preposterously stupid.
Jeez.
That's got to be
probably
fake.
not a current day record, but yeah, I mean, I guess you could.
Do they have a photo of this bad boy? Probably not. That's before cameras were invented. That's no way it's 10 pounds. Jesus Christ. That's massive.
That is wild.
Dude, New York's record is close. That is crazy.
That's what I was wondering is what's the record in New York?
I mean, that place is basically on the same geographical latitude line as Dale Hollow, so it makes sense. Probably same elevation too. Similar elevation.
All right, I forgot where we're going to rank this thing because so it still has record potential. Then there's
After knowing that,
yeah.
I mean, it's got to probably B.
Probably
I just don't know enough about it to put it any higher.
But if they're,
I know, my one of my tournament partners went up there just randomly during the summer, and I think he had like 17 pounds.
Plus, you have a chance of maybe catching, a citation
like
size
6
smallmouth.
plus, yeah.
Huh. All right, cool. There you guys go. State record. Let's see what's next.
Guaranteed.
Let's go with we got another bad boy here on the old North Carolina Georgia border where we've got a lot of Appalachian lakes. We got Lake Chatuge.
B minus.
B minus. Okay.
Herring Lake, potential for really big ones.
yeah.
Is this the lake that Bassmaster went to a long ass time ago?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a typical herring lake where you just have to scope, so it's kind of one dimensional. It's the only reason it's probably not higher.
I feel like a lot of these lakes that we're going to be talking about, that we've talked about, are just one dimensional unless you go to Jordan or the Chop Tank or places like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. All right, here we go. Lookout Shoals. Is this another dog shit?
It's probably C. It and Mountain Island have a lot of similarities, I feel like.
Yeah. That's no good.
Okay.
My partner Trevor would absolutely kill me if I put it any lower. So.
All right, make a pitch. Why does it belong there? Why is it that bad?
A lot of little bitty spots. It's a little lake. Another one that you can get your window busted out of the parking lot.
If you go up the lake, you might just wreck your boat on a rock.
Good kayak lake, I will say. It's a good kayak lake because you can go past where any boat's ever been.
Yeah.
I like there's a theme here. Anything that's C or below for you is where you probably have been mugged.
Look, I'm near Charlotte, man. I need a break.
Oh my god. All right, so I think I don't think we did Lake Raleigh yet. Did we do? No, we didn't. Okay, cool. So Lake Raleigh.
I'm ready for Lake Raleigh.
Lake Raleigh. Where would we put Lake Raleigh?
It's probably like a B minus just because I don't think you can actually drop a boat in that place. But it is public and you can kayak it, and there are 10-pounders in it that I've seen personally with random dudes from NC State because it's on State's campus.
Yeah, are we seeing a theme here from any puddle in Raleigh? If you want to catch a 10-pound largemouth, spend a year or two in Raleigh and just throw at any piece of water.
But it's 75 acres. It's a borderline pond compared to everything else we talked to.
I mean, the benefit, literally, its saving grace is the fact that you can't drop a boat in it.
Okay, so you have to fish out of a kayak or from shore, right?
Have you fished it, Logan?
No, because I couldn't drop my boat in it. Actually, that's a lie. I did walk out there and lost 3 jigs on the dam one time while I was in college. So.
I'm gonna go.
You go C tier. It's C.
I was thinking
like
C.
if you're in a kayak, if this was a kayak ranking, it'd probably be like A. But obviously, it's not exactly that.
I mean, because the thing is, like, it's just like, the limitations there. Because there are some lakes, I think, for the Virginia one that are electric motor only, but they're big, like the Norfolk Lakes, the Suffolk Lakes. I'm sorry, but you got electric boat tournaments and stuff, and you're catching 40-pound bags. Like, okay, cool.
See, I've got a soft spot for Lake Raleigh too because the Bass Pack president got it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They had somebody pranked him and put a snapping turtle in his bathtub. So he had to put it in his truck and he went to release it in Lake Raleigh and it backed up in the corner of his truck to where he couldn't get to it because it was trying to bite him. and he had to basically use a 2x4 in the back of his truck to fight a snapping turtle with and it's never like empty at Lake Raleigh. There's always like kids and so there's like a family of like 8 people just staring at Gillum Tharp fighting a snapping turtle in the back of his truck.
So, statute of limitations, were you the one that put the snapping turtle in there?
No, that was not me. I'm not brave enough to risk a finger for a prank.
All right, so we're at the halfway point with all the lakes. Right now, we have Jordan Lake is the only legendary tier. In A category, we have High Rock, which I cannot believe, Falls Lake, Lake Wylie, Albemarle Sound. B, we have Bugs Island, Graham Mebane, Roanoke Rapids, Lake Norman, Lake Hiwassee, and Hyco is on the same level as Bugs Island. Then B minus, we got Lake Waccamaw, Belews Lake. These names, guys, everyone in North Carolina, Jesus Christ.
You want me to start reading these?
Yeah, could you guys write words that make sense? I mean, how do you do this after you pound a few to actually say these lakes? Lake Fontana, Lake Wheeler, Roanoke River, Lake Chatuge, all B minus. Then C, Mountain Island Lake. We got Lookout Shoals, and then Lake Raleigh. All 3 are equally at the C tier, which is shocking. And then the worst lake so far is Harris Lake.
This doesn't feel right, but I'm good with it.
So you think Raleigh Lake and Mountain Island are basically on the same level?
Oh yeah.
God. Okay, moving on. Let's finish up the Roanoke chain. Let's see. All right, here we go. Lake Gaston.
A tier.
A tier. Oh man, Jake, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I guess I'd say.
The weights are so good.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to be biased because the weights deserve an A, but my experience of it was not A. But I'm gonna give it an A.
I was about to say I took you in boof September.
Yeah, yeah. It deserves.
If we knew what we were doing, we probably still would have caught 17. Yeah, I don't think Tyler's been there catching less than 16 in 3 years.
It deserves an A.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got Carolina Anglers and Team Trail.
Shane Dowdy, Evan White,
20 pounds. Yep. Yeah, a bunch of 20-pound bags. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, McCluskey won there too. He won with 25, almost 26 pounds.
Dude, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Of course. McJesus just shows up and catches green ones out of a spotted lake. Yeah.
There's a lot of big green ones in that place, a ton of them.
It's
the bank grass keeps it pretty healthy.
Yeah. I think it's a healthier lake than Bugs, honestly. I really believe that. The problem is it just doesn't have the tournaments that gives it the showmanship that Bugs does. But Bugs gets beaten to death like a $20 hooker too. So
yeah.
If Gaston had a facility, the problem is it's kind of like the Raleigh playground. And so all the rich people have houses up there. So they just kind of hate boats ripping around at 2 a.m. So
probably it's good though. It probably does make it more, it keeps the pressure down a little bit. So
their water willow is nice.
The water willow.
Yeah, it's the most stable lake because it the water fluctuates 6 inches throughout the year. It's just a pass through lake, so the water willow grows out to 6-7 foot at times.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
It's got that. It's got lily pads in certain areas if you know where to find them. Yeah, it's
super diverse.
I put it at A tier, honestly, just because, like you said, it's not one dimensional like most of these lakes that we're talking about. Interesting. All right, cool. So we are moving on to names and lakes I have never heard of before. So we're gonna go with Lake James.
Lake James. Probably, dude. What do you think, Jake?
I mean, I was gonna go B.
Yeah, it was B or B minus. Probably B minus.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a fun lake for when you live at Lake Norman, but that's
I was just thinking, I mean, it's supposed to be 2025 based. They've been catching them pretty good.
Yeah, the weights are, 15 to 20 wins a tournament. It's got spots smallies. The smallies are getting bred out, but
And last year with the whole
it is a good largemouth lake. See
the dam breaking scenario in the mud last year made it a borderline A-tier lake.
I was about to say for about 6 months or 3 months it was legendary. It was awesome.
All right, so we're gonna
smallmouth had never seen mud before.
Oh,
B is a good ranking.
B. All right, cool. All right, so we got James Lake is all the way up at B tier. We getting now healthy there. We got Hyco, we got Bugs, we got Graham, Graham
Mebane,
Roanoke Rapids, Lake Norman, and then Lake Hiwassee, and then Lake James. Next up, let's go with this is a wild one. There's no way in hell this is the real name. It's called Don't Howl Reservoir, or
I've never heard of that
Don
in my
T.
life.
All right, let's Google this bad boy.
Yeah.
Acres is Don T.
Oh, I do know this one. This is that weird one that I don't think you can fish in Concord, Jake. Because I remember me and Lewis were trying to find if we could fish it, and I think it's private.
It's called Don T.
Mm-hmm.
Don T. Howell Reservoir.
Oh yeah, Cabarrus County.
Yeah, strict rules against illegal dumping, hunting, fishing, and trespassing.
Okay, maybe don't go to Don T.
Oh, well, we'll pivot.
They have a free Don T. Howell Facebook page dedicated to trying to get people to fish, allowed to fish.
Wait, is that the place I'm thinking about?
I think it is.
Oh no, the one I'm thinking about is off Cottle Creek. You know what I'm talking about? Is it on Cottle Creek Road?
Hang on, I'll tell you.
Well, F if you can't. Well, yeah, Mark. No kidding. It's an F. It doesn't count. Otherwise, the Bass Pro Shop Aquarium would be A tier.
It's on Davidson Highway, Jake, on 73.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah, it might not be the one I'm thinking about. Well, yeah, I guess if you're not legally allowed to fish it, we're just put it
talk shit.
It's just talk shit. All right.
There's probably 12s in there.
Yeah, I know. Somebody with permissions in the comments right now.
All right, we got this bad boy here. We got Lake Adger, 438 acres, mountain lake in Polk County, North Carolina.
It's not the one we
already
did. We just do that one?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We just did that one. So we got Lake. I'm not going to say that. That sounds like another thing. Lake Camback. Wait, Cam outside. Wait, Lake Camac. Lake Camac.
Hang on. I got to look these things up.
Camac. I don't know about that one.
I think this is another one of those city lakes in Greensboro.
In Burlington, North Carolina.
Oh, wait, Burlington. That's towards
Grand Mebane.
I think that's near Grand Mebane. All right, A tier. This gives trolling motor only vibes.
That's what I'm looking at right now. It's 800 acres.
That's
bank fishing and pier fishing, boat ramps.
Wow.
Closed every Wednesday and Thursday. That's cool, I guess.
That's probably got good fishing then if it's not getting pressured all the time.
I guarantee you, because I know nothing about this place, but it's in the same group as like Lake McIntosh, Grand Mebane. I guarantee you it's one of those where you could show up and catch 30 pounds. It'd be the coolest lake you've ever been to, and then come back the next day and not catch anything.
All right, here we
C
go.
tier.
I found it. Where is it? It is. What are we above? All right, Greensboro. Okay, cool. So this is Lake Camac. All right. It's actually it's pretty stringy. Huh. 800 acres. Yeah, I bet this is a place. If it's like electric motor only, I bet it is. It's probably you could catch 30 pounds there in the spring easily if it's electric motor only. Interesting. All right. So
I'm finding reports from 2012. Lots of small fish or a monster. Doesn't seem to be in between sized fish. I think I was right with C tier.
I think you're right. All right. All right. C tier it is. All right. So we're gonna put that one right. Where did I put that damn thing? Oh wait. There it is. C tier. Boom. All right. That's crazy because I feel like Mountain Lake should be lower with the passion.
That's not a mountain lake though. It's in Burlington. It's
All
near
right.
Raleigh.
So C tier, we have Mountain Lake, we got Shoals, we got Raleigh, and then we got Kamak. So all are considered same playing field as C. There you have it.
I mean, realistically, Mountain Island needs to be bumped down. It deserves to be in the purple.
Bump it down.
Bump it down. This makes more sense. Okay, Harris. Okay, yep. Mountain Island, Raleigh, then Lake Shoals, and then Kamak. Boom. All right, so let's go with, let's see, which ones have we not done yet? Lake Hickory.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because I would love to put it in dog shit, but it's been kind of fishing good now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the weights, I mean.
And I kind of had fun there last Saturday, so I can't just like talk crap on it.
How much did y'all have?
We had like 14 and on kind of a bad day.
Dang.
But the weights are like still really bad over so one of my tournament partners had 22 out there last weekend, but it was the biggest bag anybody's seen in like 6 years.
Ow. Okay. Well, that's got to be C tier then.
C's probably where it belongs.
Did y'all win with 14?
No, we came in third.
Dang.
Somebody beat us by 200ths, and then somebody else beat us by like 2 pounds.
Yeah, place getting better.
It actually is. It's kind of on the rebound.
All right. I think, did we do Nathaniel already? Or, yeah, we did that one. All right, cool. Might have some duplicates. Lake. Oh my God. I'm not going to be able to say that one. I even wrote the damn thing. Okay. Well, yeah, you're going to say this one. Santilia?
Santilia.
I think they might pronounce it just Santila.
Let's do this bad thing.
I don't know enough about this to be able to really speak on it too strongly, but I know it's one of those like super highland lakes. I think I had some buddies that went to Western that fished it. Santila. Yeah, it's tough. Hang on, I'm looking up some stuff. I think it's probably a C tier.
It is.
Largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass, walleye, crappie, trout.
3,000 acres. It's a little tiny lake.
Mm-hmm. I think it's C tier.
C tier? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, these Appalachian lakes, man, they don't get a lot of love, do they?
Dude, they're so far out in the middle of nowhere. That's the problem. Like, I would love to go to Fontana, but if you look, like, if you just put in Fontana from my house, like, if you could drive a straight line, you'd be in there in an hour and a half, and it's like 3.5 hours.
Did any of these lakes get messed up with the whole, like, hurricane that came through one fall ago?
Yeah, a lot of the smaller mountain lakes did. It's like that one in Polk County probably did. We don't have Lake Lure on here, but it got absolutely decimated.
All right, let's go. Oh, let's see, which one have we not done? Tuckertown, Tuckertown, North Carolina.
Oh, you, Jake.
Tuckertown. Well, I think they had 28 there 2 weekends ago. I'd give it a.
Dude, if it didn't have the snodgrass, it'd be probably A tier.
I mean, I'm
Really?
gonna give it an A just because the weights are really good. I mean, all throughout the summer, the caps were taking 23, 24. Now it's gotten colder, back up to 28.
The Yeah, the biggest pain with that place is it has just the most ungodly snodgrass you've ever seen.
Is it one dimensional, or are there multiple ways you can catch them?
Now there's a lot of scoping going on. A lot of lay down fishing there, even though the snodgrass and all. There's a lot of fish get caught out of lay downs, but it's turned into more of a brush pile lake.
All right, so A tier, going once, going twice.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Okay. All right, move that on up there. All right. Ooh, okay. That's got some good company. All right, buckhorn.
Oh, buckhorn's probably a B. It should be an A, but it's kind of one dimensional, and it's not necessarily one dimensional, but it's no map, and if you don't know how to catch them out there, you're probably not going to catch them very good at all. But if you know like where to go, it's extremely consistent, upper 20s, low 30s.
Okay, so it definitely has a home field advantage kind of vibe to it.
Because no mapping. But if it had mapping, it probably wouldn't put out the weights it does. So,
well, okay, no mapping. We got Lake Waccamaw that has no mapping and has big bags, but it is a
Waccamaw has mapping but no contours.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. So we will keep Waccamaw then at B minus.
The map.
All right, so we'll keep buckhorn at B, then we'll keep Waccamaw at a B minus. Let us go to Lake Tiller.
Like what?
Tillery.
B minus.
It's got smallmouth in
Unlike
middle of North Carolina, so that's kind of cool.
Really, it's a really fun lake.
I kind of look to see what kind of weights this thing has, if I can find any.
Top end's generally 18. You might see a rare 20 out of there, but it's generally 15 to 18. But like very consistent 15 to 18. Like it just doesn't miss really.
Pre-spawn, biggest bag, pre-spawn, you'll see it 23, 24.
Does it still have hydrilla in it?
It didn't come back this year, even though it was in there so heavy. But after last winter, it was like 8 or 10 foot low. It didn't come back.
Did they blast it?
No, they just draw the water off of it and probably sprayed it, I guess, because the water stayed off it so long it didn't come back.
I thought they had like some kind of they had a change of heart in North Carolina about nuking all the grass, or are they still trying to just kill all of it as soon as possible?
They're doing better, but that's relative.
All right, so we said B minus.
Yeah.
So, would you rather fish Bugs Island or Tillery?
Personally, Bugs.
Yeah, especially if you're in a tournament.
Lake Mayo.
Ooh, that's probably B.
B?
Yeah, it's been. It could even be
huge scope lake.
Yeah, it's complete scope. It might be B minus actually because it's got good weights, but it is kind of one dimensional. Not complete scope, but it's pretty close. They also killed the hydrilla in there. I think some of it might be coming back, but I'm not sure.
Okay, B it is, B minus. Ooh, this look good. All right, cool. So now I can see Chowan is out because we already counted that. We got Randleman. I think we haven't done yet. Lake Egger, we've already done. Nathaniel, I think we already did that one. Let me double check.
Which one?
No, maybe we haven't done that one yet.
What's that like?
Lake Natal.
Natahala.
That word.
I think that's probably a C as well. It's just another one of those mountain lakes, multi-species. Really cool, really scenic, hard to get to.
Too many truck RPMs.
Yeah, poor brakes.
Are there any tournaments you guys have out that way? Or is it all located away from Appalachia?
We go that way, or we go to Chickamauga.
Fair enough.
Anytime.
Yeah. I would like to fish some up there, but like I said, it's like, am I going to drive 3.5 hours to like maximum 15 pounds, or am I going to drive down 77 or 85 and hit Hartwell, Lanier, or Murray?
That's fair enough. So let's go. All right. Let me pull this up. Big screen. Lake Baden.
It's kind of been. It had a couple down years, but it's kind of come back.
Yeah, I mean it's a really fun place. I'd still say it's down. It's down this year for what it was. I'd probably give it a B minus.
Yeah, I was gonna say B or B minus. I'm good with B minus.
I mean,
it is diverse, though. That's probably the benefit of it.
Yeah,
So.
and they're catching 20. I mean, they're catching 20s, but
They were catching 25s.
Yeah.
B
yeah, I'd go B minus.
Our cows are going to be pissed off.
He'll be all right. He'll go to Tuckertown and catch 30.
Yeah, no.
All right. So let us go through, guys. We're getting to the finishing stretch here. Let's see which one is next. Lake Townsend, I think. Yeah, Townsend.
I'm pretty sure that's another one of those Burlington Greensboro lakes. Let me make sure, but probably B minus or C.
Oh, did you see who had 28 on High Rock last weekend?
Nah.
David Wright.
Heck yeah. Blast from the past. That's not even that blast from the past, though, because he does that like yearly.
I know. It's just crazy to see him catching 28 out there.
I pull up Lake Townsend. There's a guy holding like 2 7s on the first picture.
Let's see.
I mean, realistically, this is just like all those other lakes. Like, it's probably really, really good, but you just don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, 1,500 acres. There's striped bass in there. That's not okay.
I bet that's a lie.
Yeah, it's got to be a lie. Boat rental. Is there a motor restriction? Let's see. Large. Okay, nope. There's a boat ramp. Okay, cool. Yeah, so no issues there. Interesting. Huh. All right. So Townsend. B minus or B?
What do we put the other one at that we kind of didn't know about?
You put a C.
Yeah, what was that weird name?
Like, C?
They're all weird.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the one with the C? Just
Camelback or something?
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, whatever we rank that one, just match that.
Yeah. So we got. All right, let me zoom in there.
Camelback.
Yeah, there we go. We got Lake Camac. Yeah, Camac. Yeah, we got Lookout Shoals Lake. We got Lake Raleigh, Lake Camac, Lake Hickory, Lake Santala, Jesus Christ! Could you guys get your shit together with naming stuff? My God, Nantala, whatever. I need hooked on phonics for this stuff. Nanahala, thank you. Anyway, so Townsend's right there. Thank God. Moving on to a lake I can pronounce. Let's go with. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bellwit Falls. Let's go Falls Lake number 2. Bellwit Lake.
Belews Falls.
Yeah, Jake, you might know more about this one. I just know it's got bigs in it, but
honestly,
it's kind of.
The only thing I know about it is that people duck hunt it, and anybody who's ever tried to bass fish it usually doesn't do very good.
Well, it's like 25 to 2,800 acres. Damn. Okay, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's kind of long more than anything. C at best. I think it does have like some freaks in it, but it's probably not that great.
I don't think it's very navigable.
No, it's not. I think you've got like a couple miles that you can run a bass boat, and that's about it. Might be a good kayak lake. I don't know.
Let's go. I'm going to Google map this thing real quick. Because, yeah, it's, I don't know. Yeah. All right. That sounds good. See, it is. Boom. I see your comment on Instagram. I know just because I don't know about it, but hey, listen, how about this? If you want to message me, you can come on the show and specifically talk about that lake and why I was stupid for how I ranked it. I know this is gonna, we're not gonna make everybody happy with this ranking. So let's go. Oh, so we got Chowan's done. I think we got 2 left. We got Randleman. Yeah, Randleman.
Is there any recent weights? Because all my knowledge on that's probably 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm looking up some info.
All right, guys, here's a map of this bad boy. Oh, that's pretty nice.
You're kidding me. You're going to make me log into Facebook just to view freaking tournament results.
That's so stupid. Let's do chat.
So Randleman's a little weird. So they have just kind of the background on that. They have a restriction on how many boats can be on it. It has a horse or a basically troll motor only side of it that you can't even put a real boat in. Real boat's not the right term, but you get what I mean.
Okay, so this bridge right here.
Yeah, but it's full of crappie, and it used to be full of really, really big bass, like giant bass. But I'm looking back through some of the pictures here. All I'm seeing is crappie, low key.
Based off the fact that when we were younger, that was all you heard about was that place, to now nobody really says anything about it.
Well, here it is. Record largemouth, 10.5 pounds, official record, blah, blah, blah. 2010, 30 acres.
I know there was a lady who I believe, I don't have it 100% verified, but the rumor was she was fishing the non-troll motor side or the non-motor side. And she caught so many 7 to 10 pounders on the bullshad burrito bait, swim bait.
Really?
I mean, I think this is probably C. It's probably C. There's still big ones in there, but it ain't. When they first opened it, it was like the best lake in North Carolina for a
that's
long
always
time.
crazy, just because all from the past, it was known as the spot in North Carolina, the greatest.
The biggest first 20-pound bag I ever had came out of there, actually.
Really?
Yeah, the only time I ever went there. And I was in high school. So.
The only time I ever went there. All right, we got one left. We got Lake Mackinson.
Macintosh. I'm trying to remember my Chase Owens conversations about Lake Macintosh. I think it's C. I don't think it's not the worst. There's some big ones, but it's definitely not that good. I think it's got a bunch of spots in it now too, if I'm not mistaken.
Dang, how that happened?
I'm not sure.
Just shocking, right?
Either it has a bunch in it, or they post every one that comes up, and they always get so sad when they see one. Maybe that's what it is.
It's a nice little lake, though. Is there a motor restriction on this bad boy?
That's what I'm trying to look at. I'm not sure. All these city lakes are so hard to tell. I don't think it does.
All right. I didn't see it is.
It could. Somebody that knows it could probably make a case for higher, but in my opinion, C.
All right. Here is the fun part then. We're going to go from the top down. We got legendary, only one in North Carolina in 2025, apparently, Jordan Lake. A tier, High Rock, Falls Lake, Lake Wylie. We got Albemarle Sound, which is the Chowan, all that jazz. Lake Gaston is the only one in that whole strain of lakes. Then we got Tuckertown. Then B, we got Hyco. We got Bugs. We got Graham. We got Roanoke Rapids. We got Lake Norman, Lake Hiwassee, Lake James, Buckhorn. B minus, we got Lake Waccamaw, Belews, Lake Fontana, Lake Wheeler, Roanoke River. We got Lake Chatuge, Lake Tiller. We got Lake Mayo. We got Baden Lake. And then we got the C tiers. We got Lookout Shoals, Lake Raleigh, Lake Kamakmer, whatever. I fuck that lake. Lake Hickory, Lake Santilla. We got Nataholly Lake. I'm just talking over these Indian names. I am dying here. We got Townsend. We got Bellow Falls. We got Randleman Lake, and then we got Lake McIntosh. Got that one. And then dog shit, Lake Harris, Mountain Lake. And then Don T, because you can't fish it, so it's just gonna be there.
Man, we did those so dirty.
We really did.
Put some respect on the place that had like a 52-pound bag.
But it's in 2025.
I know.
What should be adjusted?
I think I vote Chowan or Pamlico, whatever we put it as, should go to legendary.
I was thinking, I don't know why Hyco stuck out to me. Probably needs to be lower.
Because but that and Lake Norman are the only warm water lakes. So wintertime fishing, fun aspect. We thought that. So you could drop this down to like a B-, you think?
Yeah, I think it's B-.
All right, cool. So are we saying that, let's see, are we going to say Bugs is B tier versus B- versus A? Okay.
Yeah, it's still up there.
All right. What about, let's see, we got Albemarle Sound. Should Albemarle Sound, which includes the Chowan and all that stuff, should that be moved up to legendary?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's probably the only two I would put in that category in North Carolina at this point is Jordan and Chowan. Chowan's just so scenic too. Like it's a beautiful place.
So it looks like everything in the C tier is basically near Appalachia. And then B- is everything near a major city. And then the dog shit category is just any place that you're going to get mugged. Is that about right?
That's not too incorrect. North Carolina's straight like that though, because like it's so east to west. Like, I mean, you got the coast, and then you have the highest point on the East Coast, literally 5 hours from the coast, right? So like, they kind of do group by as you track west. They kind of all fish similar to an extent.
Yeah.
I kind of like Gaston makes sense. Roanoke, that kind of makes sense. I mean, the biggest surprise to me, honestly, is probably, oh God.
Oh, that's one of the comments right there, Phelps. We left Phelps off, but that is one I've never fished, but it is cool.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like mega clear, super clear, and they catch them on like, shallow grass and stuff. It's pretty cool.
How many lakes do you actually have that have grass?
Bank grass, quite a few.
Offshore grass this year, none.
Roanoke.
Yeah, Roanoke.
That's wild. All right, yeah, Garcia. I'll and dude, reach out to me. You just want a gift card to Jake's Bait and Tackle while we get this question answered. I get the last piece of this thing here. Question is: any recommendations for a bass guide for North Carolina?
For North Carolina lake, is there any lake in particular?
That's what I was wondering. It depends on where you are, probably. I mean, didn't Harrison start guiding? Not Harrison.
Larson.
No, Palmer. Carson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Carson Palmer is a pretty good one. He, if you're in like this middle part of the state, he does like Lake Norman to the Yadkin chain and crappie bass. Whatever.
There you go, dude. There's your answer. Let me type this up. I'm going to get a new one up in here for Phelps Lake. All right. Boom. All right.
Damn, you're going to have to pay me for that plug.
Yeah.
Get some kind of commission there. Norman, are we going to leave Norman where it is?
Yeah, it's me.
That be? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to say Norman is on the same level as Bugs Island, which just pains me to say that because I don't think Bugs deserves.
If you look at their weights, they're pretty similar.
Would you consider it as fun? Like,
I'd rather fish Kerr, but most people would rather fish Norman, so I guess that kind of checks out.
Why? Why would you rather fish Bugs versus going to Norman?
Dude, once you get Bugs is pretty fun.
Yeah, Bugs is always, especially on a fun trip. Like Bugs Island is the greatest practice and fun fishing lake. It seems like it seems a lot tougher in the tournament, but if you just show up there to fish, it's usually fun.
And you can catch them. It's kind of the same reason, which is going to be funny because exactly what I'm going to say is good about Kerr is what people would say about Norman. But like Kerr, you can go and do like a ton of different things and catch them doing a ton of different things. And you can do the same thing at Norman. But I just do the ones at Norman so much because I live here that I just get tired of throwing at freaking docks all day. So it's cool to go do other stuff.
Like scoping, which it's like you can't do that at any of these other lakes that we just mentioned.
Yeah. Well, so that's actually, we bring up Wylie. Like, Wylie is like a mega scope lake now. But you can still win on the bank, too.
Yeah, but bugs realistically, though, I mean, you can, like we were talking about Norman gets one generally doing the same thing. Like, you're going to be fishing shallow, throwing one of three different baits. Bugs can be one, throwing a spinnerbait, throwing a white jig, live scoping, flipping bushes.
Single day tournament.
Throwing a Carolina rig or something like that. Like, that place can be one literally doing so many different things.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. Like a 1 day tournament specifically at Kerr, that's kind of one of the reasons it's so high to me is you can do whatever and still have a chance. At Norman, that just doesn't really exist. Floor is probably higher, but
I'm interested to see when I do the Virginia one if Kerr is going to rank higher or lower or the same, because it's interesting with each different state what you're competing against. Because I don't know.
Kerr's very subjective too, because like there's guys that despise that lake.
Yeah.
It's also different because for us, that's like our trip when we go to Kerr Lake. You know, we drive 3.5 hours up there. That's like our getaway to go to Kerr. But y'all who live there and fish it all the time probably have a different view of it.
I mean, dude, in the regional there last year, it was like, I mean, I caught 18 stripers before I caught a bass on the second day. I had a blast. It was awesome.
It's a great striper lake. It is a really good striper lake.
And crappie, full of crap.
Well, yeah, they had I think the new state record was caught out of there. It was like a 17-pound, the 7-fish bag. I know I had them on last year. Guys, go check out that episode. But yeah, it's like 17, almost 18 pounds, which is preposterously stupid for a 7-fish stringer. Yeah, that makes sense. I just wish Gaston had more tournaments, honestly. That's the biggest thing on this thing is like it's big enough. It could hold a big tournament, and I think it could get more love. But you're right. The homeowners there just do not let any of that happen.
Gaston's one of my favorites. It's a really cool lake.
Yeah, that's a vacation place where I like to go and relax because you can fish multiple ways, which is great. Docks, water willow, the whole shebang, or you can go out and scope the different bush piles there for spots. It is interesting though because I think we mentioned this earlier. The bugs weights for the spotted bass I think are going to surpass the spotted bags at Gaston here soon, but I don't know, man. It's just there's only one way you can really catch them there, generally speaking. But people in the comments will kill me, so go for it.
No, I think you're right on Kerr. Like it's very water level dependent, right? So yeah. Gaston doesn't change, but Kerr, it's like if the water is 302, 303, one of the most diverse places you could ever be. Mm-hmm. If it's 297 and no wind, it's the least diverse lake in the country. So.
Daniel in Instagram says, but when the water hits 3 something, they're going to be in the bush. Shut your mouth about the bushes. I am so sick about the goddamn bushes for that lake. People have told me the fishing's good there with the bushes. It hasn't been in the bushes since Vietnam. So shut up about that. It does not count.
Every time I go there, it's in the bushes. What do you mean?
Every time I go there, it hasn't been the damn bushes. I mean, there's been about 8 feet.
It's not in the bushes either.
Dude, we're there at the same time half the time.
The past 2 years, you've been there for every BFL and the water's up. I roll up. It's always low.
Yeah. I remember practicing there for an ABA regional, and it was in the bushes on a Friday, and then Saturday there was about a foot of dry land. I mean, that's just, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Anyway, guys, there's your list for North Carolina. I'm kind of shocked. There's a lot more places to fish there than I thought. There's a shit ton of places to fish. So, and there you have it. Jordan and Albemarle Sound. Kind of surprised of how that thing dropped down. Yeah. Closing thoughts, so I don't have to keep you guys here too long.
I mean, my only closing thought is I think this is almost correct because if you had me just say, hey, Lake Norman, or not Lake Norman, North Carolina as a state in bass fishing, it's probably a B minus. Like, that's about right.
Is it a B minus though because you just don't have those big ass lakes? I will keep saying it. I think North Carolina is the redheaded stepchild because you have South Carolina with all of its big dog lakes, and you got Virginia with the tidal water stuff. So it's sandwiched between and then you go west, you have Tennessee. So I think it's not fair almost to it because it's got a ton of places that no one wants to drive there to go check them out. I didn't know you had a 10-pound smallmouth record. How the hell does that happen?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the little mountain lakes in North Carolina because there's so many of them. I mean, even living here my whole life, there were like 10 lakes on that list I'd never even heard of, and they could be really good, and I just will never know because I'm not going to them.
And like, for instance, Lake Lure is the only one I really knew about. And we didn't have it on the list, and B, it got destroyed. But I mean, it had like legit 10-pounders in it, and it was kind of private. Like you had to you had to pay like a mega boat fee every year, like a couple $100 to get a permit for it. But the guys I knew that fished it threw like glide baits and caught 30 pounds and stuff.
Yeah, Milliken. Somebody else on Instagram mentioned this. Like Milliken shot a video there because apparently it's like a Swim Bait Nation thing. Yeah, there's a few years ago, like Swim Bait Nation does a bunch of stuff with trout kind of swim baits out in the North Carolina Appalachian lakes. So apparently there's a lot of trout fishing and trout eaters out that way.
The like OG 2006 whatever time it was Southern Trout Eaters VHS that was like viral was basically all those lakes. It's those like trout west, North Georgia, Western NC lakes.
That's so cool. I did not know that. Interesting.
So like Hiwassee, for instance, I know there's a guide there, and we kind of talked about it. But it's like you don't catch that many big largemouth there, but you might catch like a 9.
Where do you think the next state record largemouth is going to come from? And do you mean, like, is it going to be the tidal, or do you think it's going to come from one of these city lakes, or do you think it's going to be out there in one of these trout lakes?
Dude, North Carolina records are the craziest thing I've ever seen because we've got records with almost every other state. Like our largemouth record's 15 pounds. Like nobody's touching that.
That's preposterous. And I don't think Canada's going to touch your smallmouth record either. I mean, that's just...
No. We're not going to touch our smallmouth record.
Oh, Lord. All right. First off, plug your stuff. And then, guys, when I re-upload this bad boy, I want to put a link in the episode description to all their stuff. So, Jake, you go first.
I don't have anything. I'm just here.
Don't you have like a business and stuff? Go plug that.
Yeah, if you need some grass cut, Monty's Lawn Care, hit me up. I've got a website, montyslawncare.com. That's where you can find me.
Garcia, bugs flooded. Okay, that was like what, 50 years ago, 2003. Yeah,
they hit you with the throwback,
dude. I get it. Like, you don't understand the amount of emails I get from angry old men saying like, but the bushes were there in the 80s and you could flip a jig. It's like, thank you. But every time I go there, you can putt a ball. There's no water in it. I mean, it's a scope lake now. Unless...
Dude, next time the water's up, I'm going to call you and we're going to go catch like 50 fish for 11 pounds and we'll have a good time.
And by the time we wake up, it'll have receded by about 80 feet.
It's all timing.
Unless Bass has an event there. Yep, you're right. Because unless Bass has an event, then they'll make sure the water stays up. That was not shady at all.
That's facts.
But yeah. Anyway, Logan, what can we talk about?
The only thing I'm going to plug is I do have an apparel company that I've really drug getting my website out on, but D2D Sports Apparel make custom jerseys. So I will hook you up with fishing jerseys, fully custom, good stuff, American made. I'll put the link in, or I'll send Thomas the link.
Sweet. Guys, awesome. I'll put a link to his mowing service, the Jersey service. If you guys got any questions for me, because I know I'm going to get a ton of stuff on the upload, please email me, fishingthedmv@gmail.com. Let me know where we messed up on this. Next year, we can make adjustments to it based on how things go. And yeah, stay tuned. Probably after Christmas is when, because that's when I'm not going to be banned on Facebook anymore. Don't make Ozempic jokes. Apparently, Facebook does not like that. So I will be doing the Virginia and Maryland one as well. We'll see you guys next time on Fishing the DMV. Bye. You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.